Welcome everybody to MBL Live for this Week 7 matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. I'm Sonny Weaver alongside Doughboy, and we've got an NFC matchup this week. Two teams that have probably struggled a little bit more this season than what they'd expected, but nonetheless, we've got an NFC matchup here that should be a good game for all of us watching. So, Doughboy, tell us about this matchup. Who do you got in this matchup and why?
I got the Dallas Cowboys pulling out the victory. I think their offense is slightly better. Nick Jeffries, Dez Bryant, Otha Roseman. I think they're going to put it together. The Packers have been really struggling in defense. They're dead last in points allowed at 30.5 per game, 0-6 right now, and I don't think it's going to get much better. I'm looking for the Dallas to get the win. Green Bay is going to drop to 0-7.
So we got Doughboy calling for the 0-7 drop, picking out his own division mate in the Dallas Cowboys here, and we'll have to see how this goes. So as Green Bay takes the kickoff, they're going to return that from the 2-yard line out to the 25-yard line. And that's where we're going to get to see Brett Hundley come out to lead this offense. Aaron Rodgers, long departed, went down, did his thing in Miami this year. So Brett Hundley leading the pack here, and that's what we'll get here on first down here from the 25-yard line.
Yeah, and we also have a changing of the guards. Eddie Lacy has dropped considerably in the age department, so they brought together the Ephraim Jennings, number 42, from the Atlanta Falcons in the free agency, and he's now their primetime rusher. He has 346 yards on the season. Let's see him get the ball rolling, open up some play actions for Brett Hundley.
So Jennings there does take the carry on the first snap of the game. It's going to be a rush of 7 yards. Good play on the game for Jennings. Jennings comes over from Atlanta for a second-round pick. It was an
interception right there, directly to the guy. Sorry to cut you off, but huge play right to start the game for the Cowboys.
The interesting play there, yes, of course, an interception by the Cowboys. So Dallas flips the script quickly in this game, as you were calling, and 0-7 start for the Green Bay Packers, and that's a good way to make that happen. So we're going to go ahead here with Cowboys under center, 3 wide set. It's going to be handoff up the middle, big hole down the middle, makes a move to the inside, down to the 14-yard line by Julius Burton. Big run on the play.
Yeah, Burton's been a consistent workhorse for the past few seasons for Dallas. Look for him to get heavy load today.
So we got a first down here from the 14-yard line. Burton in the backfield. Escobar lined up with Scott. Bryant motions from right to left. Bryant crossing the field. Had open, but clears them out, and that's going to be a throw and a touchdown to Scott. So early in this game, after the turnover, Scott gets the touchdown, and that's going to put Dallas up 7-0 here in the first quarter. 4 minutes, 39 seconds left in this game. Dallas strikes first here in Green Bay.
Yeah, and that's their leading touchdown receiver right there, Troy Scott. He's going to get his 3rd touchdown of the season. He's a big target, big tight end for the Dallas Cowboys.
So Green Bay is going to return the kick, makes a move to the outside, down to the 28-yard lines where they're going to spot this one. And we're going to come back out here, Brett Hundley, with his second drive of the game. Not a good start to this game as the Green Bay Packers throw an interception here on the second play. So Packers going to come out here, 4 minutes, 30 seconds left here in the first quarter, trying to make something happen. Hundley comes out. It's going to be an I formation. Jennings in the backfield. It's going to be a handoff to Jennings. Jennings gets stopped in the backfield. Loss of 2 yards on the play. It's going to set up 2nd and 12 here for the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what Hundley can do. He's struggled since he's taken over this team from Aaron Rodgers. I mean, it's hard to replace a legend, but he's definitely dropped in all the categories, and the Packers are very weak in the passing game.
Motion left to right there, the fullback. It's going to be handoff once again to Jennings. Jennings goes to the outside, doesn't have any room to run. He gets stopped short behind the line. It's probably going to be, maybe they're going to give them one here on the play. So it's going to set up 3rd and 11 here for the Packers.
What do you see as the key for the Packers to get their offensive going in this game, Sonny?
The Packers have got to try to nickel and dime them down the field. They've had a lot of issues this year when they've tried to take deep shots. So trying to work underneath in the early downs is going to be key here for the Packers as Hundley changes the play at the line. It's going to be an offset I formation. Backman, they motion from left to right, splits him out, drops back on the play, steps into the pocket, throws into the coverage there. Could have been an interception there. 2 passes by Brett Hundley so far in this game. 1 interception and another that probably should have been picked off. So not a good start here for Green Bay here on NBL Live as they're getting ready to punt the ball back to the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys going to return this kick from the 11-yard line. They're going to move up to the 20, 30, make a move there. He's going to get stopped at the 30-yard line. That's where the Dallas Cowboys are going to come out for their second drive.
Yeah, those first 2 drives for the Green Bay Packers does not present a good sign for them in this game. Way too quick, no progression. Let's see if the Cowboys can run down the field again and go up 2 scores.
Cowboys come out, strong I formation. Roseman to the left, Bryant to the right. Hynoski in the backfield in front of Burton. Dropping back, throws the curl route to Bryant. Bryant gets the catch down to the 42-yard line. Nick Jeffrey, good pass there to Des Bryant for the first down. So that's going to move Dallas, up to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, even with the additions of Roseman and Peppers into the receiving core, Des Bryant's still the man to go to. He can take over games quickly.
Pistol set, Burton in the backfield, 3 wide out to the left. It's going to be handoff to Burton up the middle. Big hole, bounces off a tackler, trucks another one down to the 46-yard line, 4-yard carry on the game. Looked like there was a big hole there, but it closed quickly as Burton thought he was going to go big, but ended up with just a 4-yard carry on the gain.
Yeah, pretty much a broken tackle per yard with 4 or 5 broken tackles right there. That's hard running.
So Dallas is going to come out here, 2nd and 6 here in the first quarter of this game of Week 7. Burton in the backfield, 3 wide set. Roseman out to the left. Peppers in the slot to the right. It's going to be a screen pass out to the left, thrown out to Roseman. Developed nicely, but gets sniffed out by the Green Bay defense. Clinton Dix with the tackle, and no one was laughing there as Dix swarms in to get the tackle. So that's going to set up 3rd and 4 for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, the safety play for the Packers is probably the strongest point on defense. They got Clinton Dix, and then the young Adam Grayson. Great young tandem right there at safety.
Going to be handoff up the middle to Burton. I thought that may have been play action there, but they went ahead and tried to run it there as they spread the field out. Not much happening on the play. 4th and 3, so Dallas is going to punt. Green Bay's defense holds kind of steady in a shaky offense so far. So Green Bay's going to get a chance here as Dallas punts the ball. Green Bay is going to field the punt. They wait fair catch, but get out of the way. So they are going to bring that out to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, and as you take notice with that punt, the wind in this game is kicking. It's 13 miles per hour. Let's see if that comes into a factor later in this game.
A lot of game left to be here as Dallas leads the Green Bay Packers 7-0 here in the first quarter. So they come out, bunch formation out to the right. Hundley drops back here on first down, throwing across the middle of the field, and that is going to go ahead and be a reception on the play. Hundley's first completion of the game for 22 yards out to Greco. So Green Bay's got to find some sort of rhythm here. They're not found it here, and Brett Hundley has been probably more of a problem than he has been a solution. So short underneath passing here for Brett Hundley, try to get him on into this game. Going to be a handoff up the middle to Jennings on the play. You thought Jennings had a little bit of a hole there, but they closed quickly by the Dallas defenders. It's going to be a 4-yard gain when probably could have been a 1st-yard gain if not for a great play there by Crawford.
Yeah, the D-line closed up quick. I definitely saw a hole when it first opened up, but no yards.
Not necessarily no yards, but we'll go with 4 yards. So 2nd and 6 here for Green Bay on the 47-yard line. Hundley under center. Going to be handoff to Jennings up the middle. Fumble by Jennings, and not what those Green Bay Packers were looking for as Jennings fumbles the ball. Jones with the recovery. So Dallas is going to take over here on the Green Bay 43-yard line. And this looks like this one could get ugly quickly, folks.
Yeah, that was no yards and a turnover right there. I mean, interception, fumble. Well, let's see if it comes back. Overturned. They're going to get a second chance.
So the Green Bay coaches challenge, and they do in fact get that back, and that is a good call there. So Dallas doesn't get the ball back. Green Bay here facing 3rd and 6. Nothing going right here in Green Bay.
Yeah, it looks like the Dallas defense is lining up to stop the run. Hundley's going to have to pass the ball more. He opened up with a beautiful pass down the middle of the field, so now he's coming 5 wide. Let's see what he does.
Jennings in the backfield next to Hundley here on the play. Hundley changing the play at the line. Drops back. He's got time. Throws an incompletion. Randall Cobb was not even looking for the ball on that play. It was behind his back. Miscommunication there by Brett Hundley and Randall Cobb, and that's going to force another punt on the play. Not quite a turnover, but in the same, they're giving that ball back to the Dallas Cowboys. Green Bay punts the ball. It's going to go ahead. It's going to hit in the end zone. They're going to let it bounce out, and they're going to bring it out to the 20-yard line. That's where the Cowboys offense is going to come back out and try to put some more points on the board.
Yeah, I mean,
go ahead. So Dallas looking to throw here on 1st down. Near interception. Nick Jeffrey with a bad pass there. Hits the Green Bay Packer defender in the hands, and that's going to fall incomplete. And Green Bay needed that to try to get some momentum back in this game.
I was going to say, I wonder if they're going to come out shooting with Nick Jeffries going down the field. You see right there, he was going for it, but the timing was not quite there.
Jeffrey in the shotgun set. It's going to be handoff to Burton. Burton makes a move up the middle. Just inside the tackle. It's going to be a 3-yard gain on the carry, and that's going to set up 3rd and 7 here as we come to the end of the first quarter here in Green Bay. Dallas Cowboys leading the Green Bay Packers 7-0. Green Bay does have the ball here to open the second quarter from their own 23-yard line. 3rd and 7 here, and Nick Jeffries has not found a way to really convert much so far this game. He's not seemed to be in a rhythm. Julius Burton has had a couple decent carries, but so far this Dallas Cowboys offense, they had the one drive off the turnover, but not much sense. So we get a bunch formation off to the right. Peppers and Bryant in the bunch. Pressure up the middle, however, and so Sam gets the sack, and that's going to make it 4th and 15. So Green Bay's defense has come up big, even though the Green Bay offense cannot find much momentum.
Yeah, Nick Jeffries really struggled this season. He's 5 TDs for 10 interceptions and a passer rating of only 64.8, which is pretty bad in comparison to how many attempts he's throwing. So we're definitely going to see him get that better as the season goes on.
The Green Bay returns the kick. However, they're looking more east-west than north-south as Jamison Crowder cannot find any room there. So they're going to come out on the 40-yard line. Brett Hundley just not having a good game for himself either. Hundley struggled a little bit this season as well. So Green Bay trailing here in Green Bay with 5:35 left in the second quarter, and we're looking to see something. I'm a little surprised here we haven't gotten a little more of this running game. Efren Jennings not having a big break yet, but he is a bulldozer, and you can get him going here. You may help yourself out. So Hundley comes out, pistol set. You got Jennings in the backfield. It's going to be handoff up the middle instead. It looks like to Eddie Lacy for a yard on the play. Not much happening there.
Yeah, I think Dallas' game plan right now is to send all their D-line and linebackers after their running backs and make Hundley pass the ball, which you've seen has been a struggle.
Yeah, they're going to make this game be won on the shoulder arm of Brett Hundley, and I'm not sure that's going to work here, as Hundley, like I had mentioned before, has struggled a little bit this season, had a decent start, however, has some issues with turnovers and so on. So, I formation here, Efren Jennings in the backfield, Hundley under center, Cobb to the left, and you got Nelson to the right. So, Hundley barks out orders. It's going to be play action, looking across the field, pressure up the middle, hit, and sacked. Lawrence with the sack there for the Dallas Cowboys, setting up 3rd and 17 here. And I'm not sure Hundley saw the pressure coming, even though it was right in front of his face.
Yeah, I don't think he saw the pressure. Play action when the running game's not working is not a very smart play. I think they need to open it up, spread the receivers out, and attack down the field.
So we come out, shotgun set, Hundley in the backfield next to Jennings, 3 wide set to the right. It's going to be play action. Hundley drops back. Plenty of time looking down the middle of the field. Looks like he's throwing to the Dallas Cowboys, and he is. So that's going to be intercepted by the Cowboys, returned back to the 43-yard line. There is a penalty on the play that's going to get declined. And I'll be honest there, I couldn't tell who he was throwing to. It looked like it was actually a reception for the Cowboys, not necessarily the Green Bay Packers there.
Yeah, it looked like a long punt. I don't think there was any receiver in that area. Again, I'm not really sure why they're throwing a play action in a 3rd and 16. So I think there's some issues going on with the offensive play caller right now.
I would have to agree with you on that one. So Julius Burton gets the handoff here on 1st down. 5th rush of the game, 24 yards. It's 2 yards on that carry. So Dallas looking to score here with good field position, starting here from the 44-yard line. Dallas probably looking to have a little bit better season than what they're having, although they still are in the hunt, as there have been some upsets in this NFC East, and we'll talk about that here in a second as Jeffrey lines up in the backfield, Burton next to him, dropping back, crossing the field, looking across, hit and dropped. So that's a drop there on the play as he gets hit, set up a 3rd and 8. But yes, as I was mentioning, the Dallas Cowboys here, not out of the hunt, as you've had the returning Super Bowl champions take a couple losses here so far in this season.
Yeah, the NFC East is definitely log jammed right now. You got the Redskins at 4-2, Giants at 4-3. If the Cowboys win this game, they'll be at 3-3, and the Eagles, I believe, are 3-3 as well, which is just there's no separation. So Cowboys are still in the hunt, and if they get the win here, they'll be one step closer.
Jeffrey throws across the field, hits receiver Uthman Roseman, gets the catch there, and he is going to take it down to the 38-yard line. So Cowboys are pushing it down the field, and so that's the 1st and 10, 38-yard line. 3 minutes and 38 seconds left here in the first half in Green Bay. Jeffrey under center in I formation, Burton in the backfield, Bryant to the right, Roseman to the left. Run up the middle by Burton. Big hole there, but it gets closed in quickly. Big gain on the play. Still, it looks like it's going to be about a 10-yard gain on the play, so good run there by Julius Burton.
Yeah, that was a nice run right up the middle for 11 yards. They didn't close quick enough, and now we're getting down to the 26-yard line.
Interesting play there. You had quarter formation there by the defense there in an I formation. So Jeffrey, with all the time in the world, throws the interception. That was an errant throw, as there was not a whole lot of pressure coming there. Picked off by Maramosa. And so Green Bay needed a big play from the defense. They get it, and that's going to be Green Bay's ball from the 16-yard line. Not sure what Nick Jeffrey was looking at there.
Yeah, we have more turnovers than we've had offensive scores so far in this game. I think that's going to be a trend continue on. Brent Hundley and Nick Jeffries are both struggling pretty severely.
Hundley lines up, shotgun set to his right is Jennings. Got twins out to the left, one to the right. Going to be a handoff to the left. Jennings up the middle. Jennings bouncing off his own guys. Good run on the play. Looks like it's going to be about 9 yards, so it's going to set up a 2nd and 1 on the next play.
Yeah, those 9-yard gains on 1st down always help with the rest of the play calling for the Packers.
If only it was that easy to just be getting those 9-yard plays every 1st down. But I digress. Strong I formation, Jennings in the backfield. Hundley under center. Hundley drops back. Pressure coming. Look out below as Lawrence gets a sack there. And I'm not sure anybody was really willing to block there as you had two defenders close quick on Hundley, and that was a sack from the start.
That's the second sack of the game now for Lawrence, and now instead of being 2nd and 1, you're 3rd and 7, so not the right direction.
Going to be a 4-wide set, single back, screen play, but it gets sniffed out by the Dallas defenders, and that was a good play by the defensive tackle. He closed quickly on that screen pass, read it well, and that's going to set up 4th and 9 as we hit the 2-minute warning. Vince Taylor with the tackle on the play. So far, a little bit of a defensive battle here in Green Bay as the Packers trail the Dallas Cowboys 0-7. So the Packers punt the ball here as the 2-minute warning comes out. Fielded from the 38-yard line. Nice spin move there, but he gets blown up just past the 50-yard line. They're going to spot him there at the 48-yard line. And that's where Nick Jeffrey is going to come back out here with 2 minutes left on the play, in the half. 3 timeouts for both sides. So a lot of time left here for somebody to try to make a move.
Yeah, the Cowboys
Jeffrey comes out, full house backfield. Bryant to the left, Roseman to the right. It's going to be play action here on 1st and 10. Not sure anybody's buying that one. Intercepted again. This game is sloppy. I'm not sure what they're thinking, but this game is getting ugly quickly.
I'm not understanding these play actions from both the teams. It's just not lining up as good play calling. I think it just comes down to that.
Yeah, it's been one of those games where nothing's working for either quarterbacks, and when that happens, it's going to be ugly. So what looked to be a golden opportunity for Dallas to try to really distance them in this game turns into a golden opportunity for the Green Bay Packers to try to tie this up here before half. So we get a heavy set, strong to the right side, and it's going to be a pitch outside to Jennings. Jennings tries to get the corner. Nothing happening there as he gets tackled at the 26-yard line. Going to be no gain on the play. Clock's still going to be ticking here under a minute 38, and so Green Bay trailing here by 7 points. Probably looking to hurry this up here if they're really thinking here. You want to get some points before half.
Yeah, and I don't know if the Green Bay offense has the 2-minute drill in them. They're a really slow, methodical team, and I mean, as you see them coming out in single back, I don't know if they're going to go for the deep ball.
Only drops back on 2nd down, throws the outside. Good reception, good pass, and that's going to take it down to the 45-yard line. Good play by Green Bay. Finally getting a little bit here, so they take the time out. Minute 21 left on the clock. Plenty of time here for Green Bay to try to tie this one up. Green Bay taking their sweet time here as they're coming out of the tight end to get their play selected. They're going to come back in a single back set, 3 wide. Jennings in the backfield behind Hundley. Hundley under center. Hundley drops back on 1st down. Pressure up the middle. Big sack once again. Crawford with the hit. So this Green Bay line is not doing their job holding them up as Hundley's been under pressure for most of this first half.
Yeah, I believe that's the 3rd or 4th team sack. Crawford with 1, Lawrence with 2, and I believe there's one other early in the game, but I can't call it. But the line, like you said, is not holding it together.
So they come out, Wildcat set. You got Jennings in the backfield getting ready to take the direct snap. Motion from right to left. Lacey coming across the field. Jennings going to throw it. Pitches out to the right-hand side. Not much happening there. They're going to give them 2 on the play, but not sure about that play as you really aren't going to put the ball in the hands of your halfback to try to make some passes here in a big game. This game has just been kind of crazy. Not sure what's going on either way on this one.
Yeah, I've never seen a Wildcat in a 2-minute drill. So.
Well, we're back in a more traditional set as Hundley's under center. It was single back set.
And another turnover.
Wow, that's another one. So as they return it down the field and they do get tackled down at the 25-yard line, this game looks to be who's going to turn it over the least at this point as we've had more turnovers than points almost here at this point in the game. Dallas gets the ball back up 7-0. 25 seconds left here in the half. So Dallas is going to get a chance to try to put some points on the board. I would expect him to run it a couple times, kick the field goal, make this a 2-score game, as that could be the difference in this game.
We might actually have more turnovers than completions in this game, Sonny.
Wouldn't surprise me. So Burton stumbles forward to the 14-yard line. Dallas takes timeout. A little worried here that Dallas thinks they're going to try to throw the ball here. I think I would probably just keep giving it to Burton, make this 2-score game. However, what do I know? At this point, you got two guys that just like to sling it. So probably assuming they're going to take a shot downfield here, but who knows? Jeffrey comes out, Burton in the backfield. Jeffrey dropping back on first down, throws it to the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown by Utha Roseman. So Roseman with the touchdown, putting the Cowboys up 14-0. And in this type of game, it almost seems like an insurmountable lead here. It's only 14-0, but the way this game's gone, that seems like it could be a million.
Yeah, it was a much-needed second touchdown to go into the half. Utha Roseman, great route run, touchdown.
Dallas kicks it out of the back of the end zone, and so Green Bay will come out at the 20-yard line. I would expect and hope that the Packers go ahead and just maybe run it a couple times here, maybe even take a couple knees and just get to the halftime mark, because at this point, they need to talk to some coaches and figure out what is going on here in Green Bay.
And they're going to do just that. They're going to need the ball and go into halftime and have conversation.
So at the end of the first half, we've got Dallas leading Green Bay 14-0. And this has been quite the turnover battle. At this point, Dallas is in control of this game, but Dallas is not without their own flaws, as they've been prone to the turnovers as they get the ball here in the second half. I would expect to see a relatively conservative game plan here from Dallas coming out of the half. So Roseman's going to go ahead, not Roseman, Peppers is going to go ahead and return that out of the end zone to the 17-yard line. That's where Dallas will take over here to open the second half.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I think conservative route's the way to go with how many turnovers they have. They have a 14-score lead. Green Bay struggled all season. I see Burton getting a lot of load carries right here for the second half.
Full house in the backfield. Jeffrey under center. Burton deep back. Hand off to Burton. Burton gets a little bit of a crease there. Runs over the defender to the 30-yard line for 13-yard carry. So good play there by the Dallas Cowboys. While we got a chance here, I'd like to go ahead and thank one of our sponsors, web3ks.com. Make sure to check them out for all of your affordable graphic needs. Also, make sure you do end up subscribing to the MBL Network here on YouTube. We put on a lot of good content along with MBL Live, a lot of good shows, so make sure you check that out. Jeffrey in the pistol set, Burton behind him, play action off the play, pressure up the middle. Going to be a completion down to the 49-yard line. And so Jeffrey finally getting a little bit of rhythm here coming out of the half.
Yeah, once again, Troy Scott, huge completion down the middle. He's opened up the game 2 times now. I look for that to continue.
Going to be an I formation here for the Cowboys. Burton once again in the backfield. Jeffrey flipping the play at the line. Hand off to Burton. Big hole up the middle. Gets tackled. Looks like it's probably going to come back here, and it is holding call on Lael Collins. So that brings it back, and it's going to be a 1st and 16 instead of a 2nd and 6.
Speaking of the NBL Network, do we have any shows coming out this weekend?
Lots of good content out there on the NBL Network. We just released a interview with EA developer Jake Stein yesterday. Obviously, DK takes have been coming in constantly, so make sure you check those out for all the future rating needs. And be on the lookout this weekend for NBL Tonight for more information here on NBL. So, handoff up the middle to Burton on first down. That 1st and 16 looks like it's going to go ahead and turn into 2nd and 14. So, not much happening on that play, but Dallas decides they're going to hurry it up. But wait, they decide they're not going to hurry it up. Instead, we're going to take a timeout.
which it might be smart with how many turnovers they have to get the play calling they want.
I would counter with, why hurry it up then? So we got a two backs in the backfield there. Screen pass.
Huge stiff arm.
That was read great by the Green Bay Packers defense. They just missed the interception. Nice stiff arm by Burton up the sideline, and that's going to bring him down at the 20-yard line. Green Bay actually sniffed that out the whole way. Unfortunately, it appears that they just missed picking that off.
Yeah, Burton's getting the work right now, receiving and running in the second half.
Jeffrey under center, single back. It's going to be handoff to Burton up the middle. Tackled for about 1 yard on the play. Excuse me, Burton gets the breather after the big play. That's going to be Mason instead. So, Maramosa, Green Bay's do-everything linebacker, who's had a great game so far, comes up, makes the stop on Mason. So hopefully we get Burton back in here, who's been the playmaker so far this game, although Nick Jeffrey, Nick Jeffrey's had a hot and cold game. When he's on, but when he's off, it's been rough. And so we go ahead and line up here. Burton does get back in this game. Peppers in the slot. Roseman out to the left, Bryant to the right. It's going to be Roseman underneath there on the reception down to the 7-yard line. So Nick Jeffrey completes his 8th pass of the game for 126 yards. Roseman with his 4th reception for 46 yards. Clinton Dix with the stop. Now that's an interesting name, Doughboy.
Yeah, it can sum up a lot of the events of this game so far. The interception's coming.
Or, you just shanked a game-winning field goal. So, strong I formation. They do check the ball at the line. It's a handoff to Mason, who gets tackled in the backfield. It's going to be a loss of 2 on the play, although Dallas hurries it up once again here. They must see something they like. Instead, once again, they call timeout. And I'm not really sure what's going on here. We've hurried it up twice to end up calling timeouts.
I can no longer defend the play calling by Nick Jeffries there. I'm not understanding.
This game has been a dumpster fire, but you know what? We're here on NBL Live, so we make the best of it. So Nick Jeffrey under center, Bryant in the slot, Roseman way out wide to the left, sitting back, pressure up the middle, gets hit. Looked like a fumble, but they're going to call that incomplete. So Nick Jeffries gets lit up on the play, and they're going to have to go here in 3rd and goal from the 9-yard line. Not a lot of help from the offensive line. Cowboys come out. It's going to be shotgun set, Burton to the right, close formation on both sides. Roseman and Peppers to the left. Frosting to the left, and that's going to go ahead and be Burton on the reception. So Burton making his presence felt in the receiving game. However, he's going to come up short. So Dallas is going to go ahead and kick a field goal here, which is going to make it a 3-score game, which at this point in this game, I'm guessing that's about insurmountable. Green Bay has not shown anything. 0-6, you called it before the game, looking like 0-7, and this Green Bay Packers team may actually be the worst team in the league.
Yeah, I don't think this game's going to come down to a field goal kick like last week's NBL Live game. I think that's safe to say.
The return comes out to the 23-yard line, and it's a good thing it's not coming down to field goals because, Doughboy, you can tell us something about shanking field goals in high-pressure situations, can't you?
We do not comment.
Taking the easy way out. I like it. So, Dallas up 17-0 here in Green Bay. Green Bay with a total of 35 yards in this game. Brett Hundley under center. Jennings in the backfield, 3 wide set. Hundley drops back, throwing the ball into coverage. He goes up for it, gets knocked down, but Hundley having a bad game. He's got 3 completions on the game, but he's also got 3 interceptions to go with him.
You've been doing NBL live games for a while, Sonny. Have you seen a stat line quite like that in some time?
Can't say that I have. I think this could end up in the Hall of Shame for Brett Hundley. So they are, I will give them this though, their balances. They've had 10 passing attempts to 10 rushing attempts, just with 35 yards of offense to show for it. So maybe they should get a little less balanced. Handoff up the middle to Jennings down to the 26-yard line. So they do get 3 yards on the play. 10% increase in their offensive production so far today.
Well, that's always a good thing if you can get 10% every time.
Not so sure about that one. So these Green Bay Packers, they're not built to come back. As I mentioned, they struggle when they have to push the ball down the field. So this could be interesting as they're taking a slow approach as they're down 3 scores in this game. I formation, weak set. Jennings in the backfield, dropping back to throw. Gets out to the flats. Reception is made to the 36-yard line. So 4 receptions, 47 yards. And this will be an interesting stat line to keep throughout the game. Do we ever get above 50% passing? We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I think with the quarter winding down, you're going to have to open up, go to shotgun, and at least try and get down the field. The nickel and diming is not going to work. And as you see right now, they come out in shotgun. So
Hundley in the backfield. Jennings. Dallas rolls coverage, so expect the blitz to come there from the left side. Hopefully Hundley checks. Hundley dropping back, looking down the field, throwing down the field, gets hit. Dixon with the drop on the play. And so you throw into the defender. There were some openings there off to the right-hand side. That curl route was open. Hundley doesn't see him. And this one is not going the way the Packers had hoped it would.
After the incomplete pass, it brings up 2nd down.
Hundley comes out. Offset I formation. Weak side. Flips the play. Dropping back. It's going to be a draw play. Draw play actually works for once. Down to the 45-yard line. So Jennings with a big run there on 2nd down. Takes it down to 3rd and 1. Let's not do something crazy here. I'd go ahead and maybe give this ball to your battering ram, Jennings, to try to pick up the 1st down.
yeah, they only need 1 yard here. I would do the same thing. Get the 1st down. Try and go down the field.
Hundley comes out. It's going to be a heavy formation here as the handoff is to Lacey up the middle. However, of course, then the way that this game has gone, it's a holding call. So rather than converting the 1st down, it's going to be 3rd and 8. At this point, if you're the Green Bay Packers head coach, you have got to be throwing things on the sideline.
Yeah, and I think 8 yards might just be too much for the Packers to pick up here. I'm not quite sure they're going to be able to do it.
Well, considering that would be about 20% of the offense they've had this whole day, that's going to be a tough one to try to compensate for here on the first or on a single play. So Green Bay is going to come out once again in an I formation set, pistol set, but you've got Lacey offset to the right, Jennings in the backfield behind him, motion Lacey out into the slot. Pistol set with Jennings behind him, Hundley dropping back, throwing down the field. It is a completion. Holy moly, the Green Bay Packers convert down to the 41-yard line. So Rhodes with a 21-yard reception for probably the biggest play of the game here for the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, that was great route running by Rhodes. Cut right inside, got to the inside of the corner, and was able to get a 1st down. Down to the 41-yard line now, almost to the red zone.
Almost to the red zone. Green Bay's got to be ecstatic about that. So from the 41, we get Hundley under center once again in an I formation set. It's going to be a handoff to Jennings. Nothing happening there. And at some point, you've got to give up on this run game, who's basically averaged an abysmal 3 yards a carry.
Yeah, they're gonna have to continue passing. They come out in a shotgun, 3 wide set right now. Look for the tight end to get open in the middle.
Hundley dropping back, looking across the field. It's complete underneath it's only going to be a gain of 4 on the play. However, we're getting close to that 50% mark there for Brett Hundley. So a couple more of those dump-off passes, and he may have a respectable stat line.
Yeah, you might have 50 yards rushing and 100 yards passing with Green Bay. Much better than it looked a 3 minutes ago.
Now, this Green Bay team has been competitive in the past, but this year they have just not appeared to be in any sort of competitive situation. They've struggled across the board, it seems. So, come out in a heavy set, a lot of tight end, a lot of beef on the field. Jennings in the backfield, and it's going to be a passing play out of that formation, dropping it into coverage down the field, into triple coverage, gets hit, and it falls incomplete.
Yeah, that was in quadruple coverage, but like you were talking about, the Packers on points, the 25th in the league, 21st in pass yards, but their defense has been the real story, and part of the reason they're 0-6. They're last in points and 30th in yards allowed, and as you can see again, Dallas has 17 points on them in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and it never seems like Green Bay's ever really threatened this Dallas defense. And so on 4th and 7, here in the fourth quarter, Green Bay surprisingly decides to punt the ball down 3 scores. So I'm guessing that's Green Bay waving the white flag on this one. If I'm Dallas at this point, I'm just running the clock out because this one is over.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I don't think there's much left in this game. We got 4 minutes, 51 seconds of Burden running and maybe a few play actions.
So while we're sitting here killing some time, Doughboy, how's NBL looking for the year? Some interesting things going on, especially out there in the NFC, like we mentioned earlier in the game. Tom Montite, the reigning Super Bowl champions, taking a couple losses here. You're in the hunt here in the NFC East. In the NFC North, they've obviously got that controlled by the Dallas Cowboys, but some interesting stuff going on. You've got a normally strong Carolina Panthers team who's slipped back here, and so Atlanta's running away with it down in the South. But in the West, we had the St. Louis Rams last year who came out of nowhere to really dominate that division, but now they've ceded that division back to the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, I think 2 of the major storylines around the league right now is the Atlanta Falcons and the Lions, again, look to be the top teams, and they usually always compete in the NFC. And the AFC, we have the Cincinnati Bengals, who are just on a tear with turnovers and offense in this league. And I'm wondering if this might be their year that they can get through the hump and get to the Super Bowl. What do you think, Sonny?
That's going to be tough based on what we saw against the Kansas City Chiefs. The defense didn't show up early in that game. So defense is going to have to hang in there, but there's a lot of season left to be played. Don't sleep on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Also, the San Diego Chargers, you can never sleep on them. So a lot of season left to be played there. Like there's a lot of games still left to be played here as we've got 4 minutes left. Dallas leading 17-0. Hand off to Burton. Burton gets tackled in the backfield. That's going to end up being a 5-yard loss on the play. Set up 2nd and 15 here.
Yeah, it's a lot more passing than I would have expected. Maybe they're trying to get another score to really close out the game.
I would expect them to maybe take all the play clock here because this one is done, and you're just risking injury the more you run the guys out there. So Roseman motions right to left. Jeffrey drops back looking to throw. Plenty of time. Throws it, dumps it off. Does look like it's going to be a reception there on the play. Roseman gets the reception, so it's going to set up a 3rd and 8 here for Nick Jeffrey and the Dallas Cowboys.
Looking forward to the NBL Live schedule. When's the next game we're going to be going, Sonny?
I believe that's going to be week 12 as the Cincinnati Bengals are going to visit the Oakland Raiders for what has become a grudge match here between these two owners.
Yeah, last week the Raiders had a great game against the Redskins, so look for them to be tough against the Bengals in week 12. That's going to be exciting to watch.
Yeah, it should be a good one here. The Raiders have had the Bengals number as of late, so Raiders have started to turn their season around. Obviously, we've talked about those Bengals, so a lot of good things coming in that game, so make sure you tune in week 12 for that matchup. Burton takes a handoff up the middle It's going to be a 2-yard gain here as we're down to about 2:30 left in this slugfest. Make sure to check out, once again, web3ks.com for all of your graphics need. Web3ks, a big supporter of NBL and everything we do here. So make sure to check out web3ks.com. So we're going to roll here into the 2-minute warning as Dallas has got this in hand, up 17-0 in Green Bay. And if anything is the storyline of this game, it's going to be the ineptitude, of the Green Bay Packers offense. This offense has been an embarrassment so far in this game.
Yeah, they might possibly go the full gauntlet, 0-16 with what we're watching right here. I don't have much confidence in Brent Hundley.
Pistol set, Burton in the backfield. It's going to be handoff up the middle. Dallas keying in at this point, so Dallas is just throwing guys at the line of scrimmage, trying to stop them from running out the clock. So minute 50 on the clock, 39 here for the Dallas Cowboys. And so Green Bay is going to possibly get this back here one last time, make this look better than it really was. But Dallas will try to convert here and ice this game. Jeffrey drops back, throwing across the field, completion. Bryant breaks a tackle down to the 45-yard line, and that should about do it here as the Dallas Cowboys come. So it doesn't look like the Packers are going to get the ball back here as the Cowboys probably run the ball out. And so let's start looking at it. Doughboy, who is your player of the game?
With what I'm watching, I think Troy Scott is who I'm going to have to take. He got an early touchdown reception, got a couple big key plays to keep the drives alive for the Cowboys. The tight end, Troy Scott, is who I'm going to take for the player of the game.
In a game where no one shined, the tight end comes out on top. So not quite getting a call out to the line, maybe a guard. However, we do get a tight end who's basically a glorified lineman. So good job there for Troy Scott of the Dallas Cowboys, who's going to be the NBL Live player of the game. As we're going to get another knee here by the Dallas Cowboys and finish up this game, I thank everybody here for tuning in to NBL Live. I've been Sonny Weaver alongside Doughboy, and what has been a brutal beatdown of the Dallas Cowboys, 17-0 over the Green Bay Packers. These Packers got a lot to talk about post-game, but that's another story for another time. So for all of us here at NBL Live, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you in Week 12 for the Bengals.
Good night, folks.